y'all, and I'm back. It's your boy. Got a treat for y'all today. I've been kind of keeping the whole temperature a little. It's been a little like serious lately. We've been if you tuned in to the last couple interviews, it's been real serious. We had Mr. Bowtie. Shout out Mr. Bowtie. He broke down some business and kind of gave the people a little understanding of what it's like to be a promoter and how to throw these big shows out here and where it all starts and how to get it. So if you haven't watched that interview, go back and check that interview out. I think that one was real interesting. And shout out Brandon for just opening up and being so candid on his interview. If you not up on that, then you just sleep. If you couldn't feel what I felt when we was making that interview, then you not in touch with reality. And we want to send all of our prayers out there to Romaine's family. We want to make sure everybody is donating to the cause. If it's something that you can do to help, reach out to that family and let that man's family know that we still love them, we still care about them, because that's what it's about. We injecting positivity. We trying to project love. So if we're not an example of what we talk about, then it's just really a bunch of bullshit. And with that being said, the guest that I have today is one of them guys who stands on his principles. He's one of them guys who you only gonna see him if you go to a college campus. You only gonna bump into him if you where the thinkers are at. I might have to only see him at the library. You might bump into him at a computer lab or something. This man is a higher thinker. He's elevating the thinking of the next generation of rappers. He's challenging you all to be great. One of my favorites. I've been trying to sign him for probably about 15 years out, big bro. I'm not with all that shit. You could help me, but I ain't signing shit, but I fuck with him. It's a lot of love and it's a lot of respect, a lot of admiration, you know what I'm saying? So at this time, will you guys help me welcome to my world and this FREEZTV world, my man 2Ray Masters.
Yes sir.
Welcome to the show, King.
Happy to be here, man, for real.
Man.
It's crazy you said that sign me part. A lot of people tell stories from a while back and they switch, they change it.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that shit is spot on. Like, I just want to help you, and I didn't really want to sign it. I got the contract with me, actually.
Yeah.
The first one you gave me, I never let it go. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, I'm happy to be here.
No, it's all love, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning, man. Tell these people where you come from and what you all about.
I'm from Arizona, born and raised. Good Sam Hospital.
With the circle windows.
Yeah.
That hospital famous for the windows.
First house I remember living in was right here on like 10th Avenue, Buckeye. My family, my mother and my great grandmother. Just came up, moved around a lot, went to different schools. I'm from Arizona, man. I don't think it's anybody more rooted than me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
With just a huge family on mom's side, dad's side. Traveled across the city for schools. On the bus, south side to the north side. I just feel real rooted, real locked in.
Yeah, this is home, man. This is your nest, and you move around and you conduct it as such. But you're a good representation of it.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what my show is about. That's why I wanted to bring you back and start back doing these interviews. Is because, like I say on all the interviews, when I'm sitting on the other side of the country and I'm looking at Arizona, I don't like the projection that's coming from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that there's some people out here with real bat signals, but they not letting it shine. They keeping the light dimmed on that, and it seems like the other people who getting the shine don't deserve it, and then when we don't get the blessing we deserve, we complain.
Exactly.
So it's like, damn, we gotta come back and be more proactive of what we need to do. Like, so a start for me was actually bringing my platform back and putting a 2Ray Masters on it.
Which is fire, yeah.
Putting No Designer on it. Putting Desert Baby. Putting
Sure.
B2K. And giving the people who I think is just so dope a platform to let the world know how dope y'all is. You feel what I'm saying?
Love.
Where did you start rapping? What gave you the idea to even start rapping?
I was always, my uncle who was a rapper. He always played his music for me in the morning growing up. And it was just always cool how he would love what he was doing, and he was the coolest person to me ever. Like, anyway, but
you mind breathing on that a little bit about your uncle? What's your uncle's name?
My uncle's name is Tajai Sabama Garcia. They called him Swift, Trick Swift. He's a rapper. They've been in the West Side. Him and my uncle used to always represent the West Side, but he was really into East Coast rap like Wu-Tang, and he studied martial arts. So that's really all I was under, like watching him as a youngin'. He was killed when I was in high school, my freshman year in high school. He got killed. Somebody tried to rob him or something. But he was just really like a superhero to me, and I always wanted to just find the kind of passion he had with his music, and just impact. A lot of people around him really liked him too. He just always seemed like the center of attention. It was just always cool to me, and I always want to be a reflection of that. Yeah. But I didn't really start rapping until because he's older than me, so I thought it was like something for older people. Mm-hmm. Then I seen Lil Bow Wow taking over like 106 in Park and all that shit. So Bow Wow really inspired me to just take off now and stop waiting. So I just started writing and recording on cassette tapes and shit. And in high school, I had a song called My Board. That's when MySpace started popping, so you started connecting with people from different high schools. People started hitting me up like, yo, Trey, yada yada, start rapping. And that's when it kind of just turned into a thing for me. Mm-hmm.
And what was it like losing an uncle so young who was so inspirational in your life, but also coming from the grime of Phoenix and navigating your way through it to becoming who you became?
It was real heavy because that was like my family's. There's not a lot of men in my family, so it's like all women. So he was like the only one that I was really, really connected to, and I don't know. He would just give me a lot of gems. Like he wasn't like pushed aside too because he was chasing dreams. Not a lot of dreamers in my family. It's a lot of people that want to sit down and work and just be secure. So dreaming is kind of a big risk for people in my family, immediate family at least. So it was just really weird to not have the guidance I would want right now.
Yeah, on the dream level.
On the dream level, yeah.
And what is that like? Because I'm asking you these questions because you're kind of like a representative of what all of these youngsters out here are going through.
Yeah, for sure.
Like all of these youngsters done bounced around from school to school. Man. All these youngsters out here, they done lived this struggle. All of these youngsters out here done lost an uncle, a cousin, a brother, or somebody, a friend, or somebody. More too. And you're like a voice. You're one of them people that a lot of the people look to. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But I think the thing that gives your story a little bit more validity is the struggle that you went through to become who you are. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so when I'm doing these interviews, I'm always digging. Always digging because I'm trying to get in there and find what is it that triggered it. What is it that boom boom. So as you, this young dude who living in Phoenix and you moving around and then your uncle gets taken away and you trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, like where was your mind at? What space was you in that helped you overcome and get to moving?
I think I had to it's really I was on my own, so I had to teach myself a lot of stuff, and I really just grasped on the fact that I'm still here, and I know he was never a quitter, and he was really like in my eyes like a superhero. So I took ideas of all superheroes, like they don't really die, and that's why I wear Dragon Balls on my neck, because they always wish back the loved ones that passed away, and it's really from my uncle that I wear these Dragon Balls, because I know if I ever really needed him, he'll probably come to me in a dream or something. But it's just real. It's just me. It just inspired me to put more into my work, and to make sure that, because I always seen how special he was, and to make sure that my family don't forget about it, even though they know it, and they can see the same kind of special like characteristics in myself. But
is that one of the things that like push you so heavy into education?
For sure. Not having their support as a dreamer, I just needed something to hold on to. And then as you grow older, you lose people. Like my great-grandmother passed away, and she wasn't there to see me. And I messed up in school, so I couldn't promote as an 8th grader, do the whole celebration. And it's a lot of kids, so I was the only one that had to sit out. And my great-grandmother and my great-grandfather saw all my other cousins graduate and walk the stage. So I was like, these memories, like I owe my grandparents these kind of memories of me graduating and just giving them something to be proud of outside of me maybe making it as an artist at that time. But I just held on to education just to not let. I felt like I wasn't letting my family down completely because I still had school, and that's why I stuck to it.
Man, because I want to give you your props. I want to give you your flowers on that. Because a lot of young brothers who rapping or who out there trying to find their way, they trying to be dreamers. Yeah. They leave education out. That's one of the most important elements. I was telling to Marcus Johns. I was talking to him earlier this morning, and I was telling him bro, you gotta go get your degree. you are an amazing person. Like, this dude is so fucking amazing. He can do some amazing shit. His testimony, his story, the things that he's overcame, his triumph, the places he's going in life. But he left the education out. And you are somebody who have stood tall on the education.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier in the beginning, if somebody want to see you, they got to go to the library.
That's how you say hang out.
You got to go to the college. You got to be on the campus. And what does that do to you? Like what place does that put you in? Does that give you like an advantage, or does that give you like what does that do? What does education and being present on the campus and being there and furthering your brain, what does that do for you that could probably help somebody else?
I feel like that gives me like superpowers, honestly, because it's like a big advantage at that. Because as an artist, I hold on to it being something that's gonna be forever, even after me. My art and everything, my impact is still gonna be here. So I feel like when you're on a college campus, that's where people are usually taking their next step in life to step into forever, or what they're going to be doing with their life. And me being a part of that, it just it's how you get in the history books. To me, that's what I always tell myself. This is how you're gonna be like in a history book one day, or a statue, or something that lasts longer than me is still gonna be here. So I feel like that's where it really matters, and you gotta make art. Well, I choose to make art that sticks to that. That's gonna be forever.
It's kind of like your Kanye moment, where Kanye, if you watch that Drink Champs interview, he speaks of the Belly moment. So he was speaking of how when they shot that movie Belly, they did something that can never be duplicated. Like, it was done. It's there. This is our moment. Yeah. This is us. And I think that, like FREEZTV, that's my moment. That's me. You can't go back and be the first one who did DVDs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You can't go back and be the first one to document Phoenix hip hop. I've already done it. It's done. Like, that's my moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But when we talk about education and moving into the future, this is your moment.
Exactly.
You know.
But
go ahead, elaborate on that, because I think right now in 2021, this is the first time that it's cool to go to school. It's cool to
it's a goal to to get degrees and to brag about doing this much credits. It's just fire to me. I'm just very happy that I chose to stick to what was standing on years ago, and just it's just what's more important to me in life. What outweighs what? Like, you could be. I mean, I'm from the streets, but you can. It's just weird. You just gotta manage yourself the right way to where you make an impact. You know what you're doing. You gain knowledge, and you just not walking around dumb, really, which is some people.
You're just not walking around.
No, you just.
Man, get these people a good book they can go read. Just something that.
The first book that really slapped me in my face was Rich Dad Poor Dad. My uncle, Lil Gary, his dad is Gary Whitehead. Sonny Long, he used to rap a while ago. He gifted the book to one of my aunties who's the same age as me. And, that's when kids were like too cool for reading and all this stuff. So I decided, well, I'll take the book since she don't want it. And it really confirmed a lot of the ways of thought that I already have about dreaming and getting caught in a rat race and saving money and going to school. So I just like, man, if this is how impactful books are, I really wanted to put more into my own writing and more into learning more. So Rich Dad Poor Dad was the first book, and then I read Letters to a Young Brother by Hill Harper, which was crazy to me because his upbringing was kind of a lot similar to mine. Some of the same struggles, same issues, insecurities. Yeah, it's just real crazy how powerful books are to me. And I haven't started reading yet. It's been hard now because I recently, maybe last year, I finished the autobiography of Malcolm X. Good book. And I'm talking about, that was the most amazing book I've ever read. And I can't really find a book that I can tap into.
That's gonna catch you like that.
It's crazy. That book is wild.
Yeah,
I got 3 copies of it.
After you read a book like that, you kind of gotta change the narrative.
You kind of gotta read about witches and dragons and shit now.
No, my mom, after like years ago, I was in a moment like that, and my mom gave me a book called "Who Moved the Cheese?" Who moved my cheese, or something like that. I gotta hit her and because I read the book in like 2 days. Like, man, it's a short. It's probably maybe about 100 pages or something, 150 pages or something. It's a short, But I read the book and I took my kids to school. I came home. I'm laying across the bed reading the book. I went to this. I come back. I'm reading the book. Like it just locked me in. And
Yeah.
sometimes in them moments you gotta change the dynamic up because when you put so much into your brain in them moments with them type of books,
locked in.
Yeah, you fuck around and go crazy because you want to live in them moments.
And that's what I was doing because he changed a lot. Like he was hated white people for a second. I mean, I was whatever he was at the time I was reading. I was.
Mm-hmm.
When he was not eating pork and he was Muslim, I kept that though. I haven't eaten pork and none of that. It was just I was really connected to him. And I remember I chose to read that book, not because a lot of people I've heard Obama say it's like the Bible for black people and everybody hyped the book up. But I just really wanted to know who Malcolm X was and how you get remembered the way he did. So it goes back to me wanting to be forever with my artwork. And he was just he really believed in what he believed in when he believed in it. And that's you don't get that a lot from people nowadays. A lot of people change their minds, change their routes.
And how important is that with staying focused and sticking to the script?
It's kind of like top tier important to me level wise. Cause I can quit right now and not know that somebody was coming to sign me tomorrow or to bless my family with whatever tomorrow. And I was this close, but I gave up because I didn't want to stay focused, or it might be easier to do what they doing over there. You just really got to believe in yourself. And well, to me, I feel like that's easy because I'm really good at what I do, and I know what I do helps people. Mm-hmm. So that's what I can stay in my own lane.
Man, we was talking about that on my live today. Just time, people, and perseverance, like pushing through. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that that's just what the whole conversation has been all day today, for just random, like. And so how valuable to you is taking advantage of your opportunities and valuing your time?
It's really important to me. I've seen death 3 times. I remember my 18th birthday, I seen one of the homies get killed. Thanksgiving, maybe 3 years ago, I seen a homie get killed at the hood park. And a few years back, I seen another homie get killed at a house party. So every time you see death, it doesn't leave your brain, right? So I'm like, yo, this could happen. And it was all random situations. So I always tell myself, yo, I just got to take advantage of what I can. And just, I can't really waste no time because you never know. And seeing that over your head, it kind of trains you to just not let shit pass you or miss out on anything. Man. Really. It's very important to value time.
Because your generation is getting wiped out.
I'm like, for real.
Your generation is getting wiped out. Like,
it's gonna be hard to find a 40-year-old when I'm 40. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that's one thing that I don't think a lot of people on the outside world.
I didn't even think of it that way neither, though. I never thought of it that way.
Bro, your generation, where, you know, rest in peace, Trey and all the little people, like, bro, like, it might only be like maybe about 20, 40-year-olds when you 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like males. And it's going to be 1 million 40-year-old women.
Man.
And it's going to be like 20 people that you went to school with.
Yeah, it's
like, and we not talking about prison and all of that. We just talking death.
Exactly. Like, as it is.
Gone.
We've lost people to suicide. You got car accidents. You got murder, overdoses, and it's just real heavy because you never know. So you definitely got to value.
Man, I know that you're one of them people that a lot of people look to for inspiration. Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about the energy and about the emotion that's being spread, like with all of this suicide and all this rap about how sad I am and I hate myself and all of this, like, what? Because you don't talk about that stuff.
No, I don't.
You're not even in that lane. You like
it's ways to talk about being sad, but I'd rather do it in ways on saying how to get out of that energy, or the brighter side of being able to, like, I always tell people, like, they be like, yo, I'm breaking down. I be like, well, the best part of breaking down is rebuilding. So, you know, you give somebody light when it's dark. And I just don't know why people repost shit like oh, depression, this is killing people, or this person just killed himself. Like, it's not helping at all. I be trying to look at it to where, what do they think is helpful? Like sharing these videos and talking about this, but it just don't click to me. Yeah. I just rather uplift people. But I mean, sometimes shit is real, and it's real easy to do that, to, go overdose, or it's real wild to me. Mm-hmm. I just rather be helpful.
And what are some of your inspirations that keep you focused?
Just being raised by women and only having women around me, like sisters. I got 5 sisters. My mom is like the biggest pillar in my world, and I just really know I was just being the youngest in the house of women, 7 women in one house, and I was the youngest and the only boy. You just learn a lot on both sides. And
man, you got a lot of love. It was a lot of hugs and kisses for you, boy.
It was a lot of scratches and, and closed doors. Like you gotta get in where you fit in.
Get in where you fit in.
Yeah, it was cool. I'm happy I went through all that. Have my great grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother in the house with my sister and 2 aunties, because they're twins of the same age. It just taught me so much, and I just feel like it built me to be a real special, unique person, and I love being able to share that with people.
Now you are special and unique. That's why I wanted to bring you in here, because you're one of the people that I genuinely could say that, like, I love that little dude, and I like that little dude is gonna be blessed. He got something special on his life, and it's been that way since
you've been telling me that
since way back in the day. Like, it's just something about you, like. It's just, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, I can't, and that's why I keep going back to this when I say this, why I wanted to bring these interviews back. Because you can have an interview that does 1 million views, nobody sees it. 1 million people saw it, but it don't count. My interviews, I'm personally sending mine to program directors, I'm personally sending mine to managers and influencers.
That's crazy.
The other day I get a phone call. Hey man, what you doing December 4th and 5th? I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna be on a run with one of my artists. We going to Salt Lake City and we gotta go to Albuquerque and da-da-da. My dude's like, hip hop festival. What the fuck y'all got going on out there? I said, oh, it's a cool event. They do a festival downtown. There's some whatever. And he was like, well, we coming with Cap G. He was like, we doing his run right now with the radios and whatever. So we coming through that market with Cap G. Who should I be taking a look at? And so I told him, I'm like, bro, watch my interviews.
Hell yeah.
If you want to get to know who's jugging really, out here, like, watch my interviews. Let me know who you think is dope and who you want to put your finger on, and I'll set up a meeting, I'll set up a whatever.
That's fine.
So, that being said, that was the whole purpose of doing this. So like I want to extend the love and the platform to brothers like you and different people who I think are just so superhero-ish to me. Man. Like you say, your uncle was a superhero to you, but you're a superhero to me. I've watched you just, like, it's kind of like that. If you watch the story of Superman and the people is out there chilling and then he boom and they like, what the fuck, by the train, and they go get this little boy and then they watch him turn into Superman. And that's kind of like what I've done with you. Like, I didn't go get you. Somebody else might have got you. Education, from what I hear, education got you. And then I've watched you just grow into this superhero that stands on principles. And I think that is dope. Like, I have a comic book that I'm writing with Lo. It's called The Third Son. And the comic book kind of the main character of the comic book is loosely based on a person that's like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild.
And it's crazy that you say you wear the Dragon Balls on your chain, because, like, I wear a lot of chains, but in the comic book, the guy in the comic book, all of his chains represent something different.
See? Yeah.
So in his jewelry and in his chains, he can put his armor on. He can pull his weapons out. Yeah. He can, he can touch his different things. He can do things, but through his jewelry is how he do these things.
That can hit a lot of young minds too. That's gonna be fire.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. We've been writing it and we've been working on this for a couple years, and it's dope. But this video ain't about me. This is about you. But tell these people what they can expect in the future. What's next to come? What can they be looking for? And then I want to bring you back and do some more talking and getting into you.
Yeah,
but right now, I want the people. I wanted them to get to know who the hell you is, and now let's send them to your music.
Terrain Masters, I got a project called Winning Wars Every Day out right now, and it's a project about the obstacles against the black community and how we exceed no matter what's in front of us. And I use black wrestlers as a metaphor because of the WWE has been said to be a real racist organization because of the higher ups in the company. Mm-hmm. But we still have black champions and black favorite wrestlers that are really exceeding in the business. So that's really all. That project has been doing a lot for me this year. I plan to do a line of shows. I'm gonna go a whole West Coast tour, hopefully, all the way up to Washington. Really just trying to spread my impact.
What's the name? Before we get out of here, I want you to kind of like break down all of your projects and what they stood for and what they meant.
Okay. So we'll start. I just did Winning Wars Every Day. My project before that, I had a 4-track project called Community Restoration in Progress, which is for a Crip. And I wanted to do that project. I released it on the birthday of the founder of the Crips. And I wanted people to know just another side of gangbanging, the brighter side, the beautiful side that I see in having family and having somewhere to go and be loved no matter what is around you. So that's really what I use my hood for, is a home and somewhere I can go and family's here, there's love everywhere. I got a project before that. It was a 2-track project called Food, and I based that off the Black Panthers, who were having a free food program, and I just felt like my music is something that you need to consume, and it'll feed you, it'll feed you knowledge and whatever you need. And my project before, I got a lot of projects. Mm-hmm. So Food, I had my Free the Poets, which is just about rappers that really want to rap and are really talented in the writing area, that it's still a place for them. You don't got to really be doing what's in style, I would say, because a lot of times a lot of lyricists are getting overlooked because it's not cool. I got a lot of projects with French titles like L'argent de l'art, which is French for money off art, and it's just really pushing people to get paid for what they're doing and really making quality work that you can make a living off. Just a lot of stuff, man. I got the Poetry Club, which is also for like kind of a branch out Free the Poets. I got a lot of projects. I got Trespassing, which is really about raising the bar of your dreams and just going places you didn't think you were allowed to go or you were supposed to go, and just making your impact everywhere you can. Damn, too many projects.
But that's why I wanted you to kind of break that down, because I was getting ready to get out of here. And then I thought, like, hold on. We got to let him tell people why he even does these projects, because all of your projects are projects.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not like, oh, I just made a song, here go 4 songs, or here go 12 songs, here go, oh, I'm this, that. Like, everything has a purpose. Everything comes from somewhere, but it goes back to the foundation of education.
Yeah, and being forever, and how important artists are. Because artists really, like, rule the world. I did a fashion tour in New York, and every Louis Vuitton or every place we went behind the scenes with, it's artists there that start the idea on paper and it gets passed on. So I'm like, yo, artists really do rule the world, and it's really like a superpower. So it's just important to love yourself and really be the artist you want to be. It's heavy.
No, it's real heavy.
It's heavy, man.
Man, thank you for being so dope, man.
Always.
Yeah,
I'll come back.
Much love. No, we're going to bring you back. Like I said, it's a few people that I want to treat this situation kind of like a Vlad situation.
Yeah.
Where you see reoccurring guests and you see reoccurring, because you one of them people where the story is just now beginning. You know,
I feel that too.
Yeah, it's just now being written. Like, we don't need to take an hour of time focusing on your past. We need to focus on your future.
For sure.
So, like, I want to continue to bring you in so we can kind of watch your journey and see where you're going with this. Because I'm in the stands. I got the big hand on. I'm cheering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for real. I want to see you win, man. Like, I really do, man. Congratulations on all the success. Congratulations on the education. Congratulations on everything you're doing with the community, with the colleges, with everything, man. We proud of you, man. If don't nobody out there see it, we see it, bro. We want to push it to the forefront so that the world can see what you're doing. Because there's somebody out there who got a blessing for you. You doing too much. You deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it. You know, you put out that energy, you deserve to get that energy back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real. But anyways, y'all know how this go, man. Tell the people where you go, where they can hit you on social media.
Toure Masters on all platforms. That's TOURE Masters. Just tap in with me. Let's change the world. That's it.
Man, that's dope. You and you know what I stand on. Like I tell y'all all the time. Today will soon be two things. Today will soon be two things. It will be tomorrow and it will be yesterday. Which part of that will you stand on? Will we look at you tomorrow, or will we still be talking about you in the form of yesterday? You know, don't bring your stories from yesterday to tomorrow. Let's create the future. Like Kanye said, if we stop focusing on black history and start focusing on the black future, we can rewrite the story. You know what I'm saying? Toure is one of these brothers who rewriting the story. We gotta support these brothers. We gotta push them to the forefront. We gotta stream. We gotta like. We gotta comment. We gotta subscribe. We gotta do whatever we can do to put them on that. You know how the prayer goes? Hallowed be thy name. Yeah, we gotta hold his name up. That's what we gotta do as a community. We can't sit around and always be like, we wish we had when we already have. You feel me? Support your own, man. Love like they love. Help us provide for those who provide for us. You know how this shit go. It keeps going, man. So you know the routine. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, click the all that shit, and fuck with your boy, man. It's Freez TV. We projecting, man. It's all positivity, no negativity, man. Toure, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Oh, no, I'm good, man. Say, get home safe.
Fuck with your boy. We out. Peace.